Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare wheat pennies. These classic coins hold an incredible history, and some are worth millions. So today, we are gonna uncover the rarest varieties, their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. On top one today, we have an exciting find to talk about: the 1944 United States 1-cent coin. This little penny might look ordinary, but don't let its simple appearance fool you. It could be worth an astonishing amount of money. Stay with me until the end, where we'll reveal its jaw-dropping value. The 1944 Lincoln cent has a fascinating history that takes us back to the events of World War II. During the early 1940s, the United States needed copper for wartime supplies, so in 1943, the U.S. Mint produced pennies using steel coated with zinc instead of the usual copper. However, in 1944, the Mint returned to using copper for the pennies, but with a twist. These coins were made from recycled shell casings collected from the war. This makes the 1944 penny not just a piece of currency, but a part of American wartime history. If you take a close look at the design, you'll see Abraham Lincoln on the front, just like on modern pennies. Above him, the words "In God We Trust" are inscribed, and to the left, the word "Liberty" appears. The date 1944 is positioned on the right side. Flip the coin over, and you'll find two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. This classic wheat penny design was in use from 1909 to 1958, making these coins highly collectible. But what makes the 1944 penny so special? While millions of them were minted, some rare variations make certain ones incredibly valuable. For example, some were mistakenly struck on leftover steel planchets from 1943, creating the ultra-rare 1944 steel cent. Others have minting errors such as double die obverse, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks. These small details can turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. When it comes to value, the key factors are rarity, condition, and minting errors. A regular 1944 copper penny in circulated condition is common and worth only a few cents. However, if you find one in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, it could be worth significantly more. And if you happen to have one of the rare error varieties, you might be sitting on a fortune. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. One of these rare 1944 pennies has been sold for an unbelievable $76,000. That's right, a single penny that could be hiding in your collection, in an old coin jar, or even in your pocket change could be worth a life-changing amount. So, the next time you come across an old penny, take a moment to check the date and look for those rare features. You never know. You might just have a hidden gem in your hands. On top two, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1945 United States 1-cent coin. This little penny might seem like just another piece of change, but don't be fooled. It could be worth a fortune. Stay with me until the end, because you won't believe just how much this coin has sold for. The 1945 Lincoln cent comes from a time when the world was finally seeing the end of World War II. As soldiers were returning home and the United States was shifting toward peacetime production, the U.S. Mint continued striking pennies using recycled shell casings from the war. That means the very coin you might be holding in your hand today could have been made from materials that played a role in history. On the front of this coin, you'll see the familiar face of Abraham Lincoln, a design that has been a part of American currency since 1909. Above Lincoln's head, the phrase "In God We Trust" stands proudly, while to the left, the word "Liberty" reminds us of the core values of the nation. The date 1945 appears on the right, marking the final year of World War II. Flip the coin over, and you'll see the iconic wheat penny design, featuring two stalks of wheat framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. This classic look remained on pennies until 1958, making these coins an important part of numismatic history. But what makes the 1945 penny truly special? While millions of these coins were minted, certain rare variations make some of them extremely valuable. Some have unique minting errors, such as double die obverse, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks, that can turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. Even the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. A well-worn 1945 penny might only be worth its face value, but an uncirculated one, especially with a rare minting error, could be worth much more. The rarest and most valuable versions of the 1945 penny have been known to sell for jaw-dropping prices. The key to finding one of these high-value coins is paying close attention to the details. Look for errors, check the mint marks, and if you happen to find one in pristine condition, you might just have a hidden fortune in your hands. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. A rare version of the 1945 United States 1-cent coin has been sold for an astonishing $70,000. That's right, a single penny that could be sitting in an old collection, hiding in a drawer, or even in a jar of spare change could be worth a life-changing amount. So, the next time you come across an old penny, take a closer look. You never know what treasure you might be holding. On top 3, we have an exciting discovery to talk about: the 1949 United States 1-cent coin. At first glance, it might look like just another penny, but don't be too quick to dismiss it. This little coin could be hiding a secret that makes it worth an unbelievable amount of money. Stick around until the end, because you won't believe how much one of these rare pennies has sold for. The 1949 Lincoln cent comes from a time when America was booming after World War II. The country was rebuilding, industries were growing, and the economy was stronger than ever. During this era, the U.S. Mint continued producing the famous wheat penny, a design that had been in circulation since 1909. These coins were used in everyday transactions, passed from hand to hand across the nation, but only a few have survived in exceptional condition, making them highly sought after by collectors today. Take a close look at the design of this classic penny. On the front, we see the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Above Lincoln's head, the words "In God We Trust" are inscribed, a phrase that has remained a staple on U.S. currency. To the left, we have the word "Liberty," symbolizing the nation's core values, and to the right, the date 1949 is clearly marked. If you flip the coin over, you'll find the classic wheat penny reverse design, featuring 2 wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. This simple yet elegant design was used until 1958 before being replaced by the modern Lincoln Memorial design. But what makes the 1949 penny truly special? While millions of them were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, certain rare varieties and errors make some of these coins incredibly valuable. Collectors are always on the hunt for minting mistakes such as double die obverse, repunched mint marks, and off-center strikes. These rare errors make each affected coin unique, driving up its value significantly. The condition of the coin also plays a major role in determining its worth. While a well-worn 1949 penny might only be worth a few cents, a pristine, uncirculated one with sharp details and no damage can fetch serious money. If you're lucky enough to have one of these rare error pennies in top condition, you could be looking at a collector's dream come true. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. A rare version of the 1949 United States 1-cent coin has been sold for an astonishing $64,000. That's right, a simple penny that could be sitting in an old collection, tucked away in a forgotten jar, or even hiding in your pocket change could be worth a fortune. So, the next time you come across a 1949 penny, don't overlook it. It might just be a hidden treasure. On top 4, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1950 United States 1-cent coin. You might think a penny from 1950 isn't worth much, but some of these coins have sold for an incredible amount of money. Stay with me until the end because you won't believe how much one of these rare pennies has been valued at. The 1950 Lincoln cent was minted during a time of great prosperity in America. The economy was booming, post-war industries were thriving, and everyday transactions still relied heavily on coins. Pennies were used for everything, from buying newspapers to making phone calls, making them one of the most circulated coins of the time. Despite being minted in the millions, only a few of these 1950 pennies have survived in pristine condition, making them highly desirable for collectors today. Let's take a closer look at the design. On the front, you'll see the legendary portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Above him, the words "In God We Trust" remind us of the nation's values. To the left, the word "Liberty" stands as a symbol of freedom, and to the right, the date 1950 is clearly marked. If you flip the coin over, you'll find the famous wheat penny reverse, with 2 wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. This design remained in circulation until 1958, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. Now, what makes the 1950 penny so special? While most were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, a few rare varieties make some of these coins extremely valuable. Collectors are always on the lookout for minting errors such as double die obverse, repunched mint marks, and off-center strikes. Even small variations can make a huge difference in a coin's value. Condition is another key factor. A worn-out 1950 penny might only be worth its face value, but an uncirculated one with sharp details and original mint luster can fetch big money. Coins graded as MS 65 or higher by professional grading services are especially rare and valuable. If you're lucky enough to have a high-grade example or a rare error penny, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. A rare version of the 1950 United States 1-cent coin has been sold for an astonishing $58,000. That's right, a single penny that could be sitting in an old collection, hiding in a forgotten drawer, or even in a jar of spare change could be worth a life-changing amount. So, the next time you come across an old penny, take a closer look. You might just have a hidden treasure in your hands. On Top 5, we're diving into the world of rare pennies, and you won't believe what we've uncovered. The 1953 United States 1-cent coin might seem like just another old penny, but some rare versions of this coin have been sold for an unbelievable amount of money. Stick around until the end, because you won't want to miss just how valuable this little piece of history can be. The 1953 Lincoln cent comes from a time when America was experiencing major growth and change. The post-war economy was booming, new technology was emerging, and everyday life was evolving. Yet, despite all these advancements, one thing remained the same. Pennies were still a key part of daily transactions. People used them for everything, from buying candy to making phone calls, meaning that most of these coins were heavily circulated. But while millions of these pennies were minted, only a few have survived in pristine condition, making them incredibly valuable to collectors today. Let's take a closer look at the design of this classic coin. On the front, we have the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Above his head, the words "In God We Trust" stand as a reminder of the nation's core values. To the left, the word "Liberty" represents freedom, while the date 1953 appears on the right. Turn the coin over, and you'll find the classic wheat penny reverse, featuring two wheat stalks surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. This design was used from 1909 until 1958, making it one of the most iconic penny designs in U.S. history. So, what makes the 1953 penny so valuable? While most of these coins are common, certain rare varieties and errors can turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. Some of the most sought-after errors include double die obverse, repunched mint marks, and off-center strikes. Even small imperfections can make a huge difference in a coin's value. Another major factor that determines a coin's worth is its condition. A well-worn 1953 penny may only be worth a few cents, but an uncirculated one with sharp details and its original mint luster can be worth thousands. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins graded MS 65 or higher by professional grading services, as these are extremely rare and valuable. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. A rare version of the 1953 United States 1-cent coin has been sold for an astonishing $55,000. That's right, a single penny that could be hiding in your old coin jar, tucked away in a drawer, or sitting in a forgotten collection could be worth a life-changing amount. So, the next time you come across an old penny, don't overlook it. It might just be a hidden treasure. On Top 6, we have another exciting discovery to talk about: the 1954 United States 1-cent coin. It may look like just another penny, but some rare versions of this coin have been sold for an astonishing amount of money. Could you have one of these valuable pennies sitting in your collection, or even in your pocket change? Stick around until the end, because you won't believe how much one of these coins has been sold for. The 1954 Lincoln cent was minted during a time of great progress in America. The country was experiencing a post-war boom, and industries were expanding like never before. Coins played a vital role in everyday transactions, and millions of these pennies were used in daily commerce. Despite their high mintage, only a few have remained in pristine condition, and even fewer have unique errors that make them incredibly valuable to collectors today. let's take a closer look at the design of this classic coin. On the front, you'll see the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Above Lincoln's head, the phrase "In God We Trust" is boldly inscribed, while to the left, the word "liberty" serves as a symbol of American freedom. The date 1954 is marked clearly on the right. Flip the coin over, and you'll find the timeless wheat penny design, with two wheat stalks surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. This design was in use from 1909 until 1958, making it one of the most recognizable coin designs in U.S. history. What makes the 1954 penny valuable? While millions were minted at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, rare variations and errors make some of these coins worth a fortune. Collectors are always on the lookout for unique mistakes, such as double die obverse, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks. Even the smallest errors can turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. Another key factor that determines a coin's worth is its condition. A heavily circulated 1954 penny may only be worth face value, but if you happen to find one in mint, uncirculated condition, its value can increase significantly. Coins that have been well preserved, with sharp details and no signs of wear, are the most sought after by collectors. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. A rare version of the 1954 United States 1-cent coin has been sold for an astonishing $49,000. That's right, a simple penny that could be sitting in an old coin jar, hidden in a drawer, or tucked away in a forgotten collection could be worth a life-changing amount. So, the next time you come across an old penny, take a moment to check it. You might be holding on to a rare treasure. On top 7 and last, we're diving into the world of rare pennies, and you won't believe what we've uncovered. The 1957 United States 1-cent coin might look like an ordinary penny, but some rare versions of this coin have sold for an unbelievable amount of money. Could you be holding on to one of these valuable coins without even realizing it? Stick around until the end to find out just how much one of these rare pennies has been sold for. The 1957 Lincoln cent was minted during a time of prosperity in the United States. The economy was thriving, the space race was beginning, and American culture was rapidly evolving. Despite all these changes, the Lincoln penny remained a staple of everyday life. Millions of these coins were produced, but very few have survived in perfect condition, and even fewer have rare mint errors that make them incredibly valuable to collectors today. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of this classic penny. On the front, you'll find the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a design by Victor David Brenner that had already been in use for nearly 50 years by 1957. Above Lincoln's head, the words "In God We Trust" stand as a reminder of American values. To the left, the word "liberty" represents the nation's commitment to freedom, while the date 1957 is marked on the right. Turning the coin over, you'll see the famous wheat penny reverse, with two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. This design was in circulation from 1909 until 1958, making the 1957 penny one of the last of its kind before the introduction of the Lincoln Memorial reverse in 1959. That fact alone makes this coin significant to collectors, but certain rare varieties make it even more valuable. What makes the 1957 penny special? While millions of these coins were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, some rare errors and high-grade specimens can be worth a fortune. Collectors are always on the hunt for coins with double die obverse, repunched mint marks, and off-center strikes. Even minor variations can turn an ordinary penny into a highly sought-after rarity. Another key factor in a coin's value is its condition. A well-worn 1957 penny may only be worth its face value, but if you find one in uncirculated condition with its original mint luster, it can fetch serious money. Coins graded MS 65 or higher are especially rare and command the highest prices in the collector's market. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. A rare version of the 1957 United States 1-cent coin has been sold for an astonishing $45,000. That's right, a single penny that could be hiding in an old collection, tucked away in a drawer, or even sitting in your piggy bank could be worth a life-changing amount of money. So, before you overlook that old penny in your change jar, take a closer look. You might be holding a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an exciting discovery. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting!